Yes, well, it just so happens that I have the South Auckland rep on the Maori Council with me today, Willie Jackson. He also happens to be our political commentator. But Willie, is the government trying to get rid of the Maori Council, and if they are, why?
Well, it's very good to see that our co-chair is so diplomatic. I'm under no illusions that the government wants to get rid of the Maori Council. And why? Because we get in the way. We get in the way. So they want to privatise water. Māori Council says no. They think that just because they've spoken with a number of tribal leaders that it's okay. It's not okay from our perspective. And so the Māori Council is an impediment. It's an obstruction for them. So I've just got no doubt that John Key is driving this. I'm not sure about the Māori Party. I know Hone Harawira is very clear on things. Hone and the Māori Party can sort this out. But the government doesn't want a group who's going to jump up on behalf of all the Māori who are not represented in terms of the iwi.
And is that the reason why the Māori Council is so important?
It's so important for Māori in the cities, particularly because we don't. A number of Māoris, many Māori in the city, don't affiliate to, your Flash Te Arawa setup or Tainui or Ngāti Pro. They want representation. So we've got this entity, Māori Council, that is legally set up to represent all Māori. Been really important since the early 60s. I've been going to these hui. We attended the Auckland and South Auckland one. Myself, John Tamahere, Te Whai Harawira was driving it for us. We're making it very clear to TPK. The Māori Council is really important. The wardens must stay with us. I've got the wardens out. Most of the South Auckland wardens are with me at Ngāwhare Wātea Marae. In West Auckland, they affiliate with John and Hone Waititi Marae. And the Māori Party have to listen to what we're saying here. Yes, there's a number of councils who are a bit inactive, but most of them are turning around. And there's been a real change in the New Zealand Māori Council. You know, we went on the council last year, myself and John Tamahere. We've also got Queenie Rikihana from Ngāti Raukawa, Des Ratama, who's head Māori warden man.
So you've all affected the change, have you?
Donna Awatere's there. Well, no, I think we're helping, and most of all, we've got Tai Hakure Jury, New Zealand's most foremost Māori justice person. Fantastic to help your Uncle Manu along. You know, Uncle Manu, he's fabulous. He's on fire. Don't know about that carry on with David Cunliffe though, but he's allowed his view. He's fantastic. Te Whai Harawira's fabulous. You bring in Tai Hakure Jury, Eddie Jury. Man, what a setup, and that's a good entity for our people to relate to.
You still need your warriors like Manu Paul.
Oh, absolutely.
Speaking of warriors and speaking of Māori in the cities, Dennis Hansen passed away this week, and he's a big loss, isn't he? A likeable rogue, they say.
The rogue of rogues. I spoke at the tangi and I says, wouldn't exactly describe him in sort of the Sir James Henare mode. He was everything that so many men wanted to be, and everything that we probably shouldn't have been. And he was just magnificent. He cut across everything. He was a rugby champion, league champion, gun businessman, terrible businessman. That's right. Oh, he was broadcast at Radio Wātea. We loved him very much. It's been a huge tangi at Waititi, and he's on his way back to Te Pātū.
I remember seeing him just after you celebrated his 80th birthday. I saw him out at Wātea. I said, he wanted to shadow box with me. I said, Dennis, you're 80. He's 80.
He's 80. He was a fighter. He was part of the Hawaiian Loans Affair many years ago. I always said, you knocked on my Uncle Koro Wetiri, didn't you? To Winston Peters, one of the greatest personalities in the history of Māori, and he had a heart attack on the motorway and crashed. So, but what a way to go out.
Yes, he'll be
stopped all the Auckland motorways.
Very quickly, Willie, you're the new chairperson of the Pūtahi Pāho. Now, just quickly tell us what Pūtahi Pāho is and what's happening there in terms of your function in appointing a CEO at Māori Television.
Well, basically, it was a setup that we set up when we were in Parliament to oversee the tikanga and reo in terms of Māori television.
So you set it up and now you're the chairperson?
Well, we were involved in setting it up. Hone Harawira was the first chairperson, and we appoint 4 of the 7 Māori Television Board members, and we work in conjunction with the Māori Television Board. What's happening at the moment is just terrible, the publicity that's happening. They're all arguing about the CEO. For some reason, they're not too happy with our former boss, Paula Maxwell, and we're worried about things. Pūtahi Pāho want to help. We've got a lot of expertise on our board. Eri Tana Tawhiwhirangi, Rahira Shortland, Anahira from down there.
So hopefully Pūtahi will find a way to resolve the CEO.
Oh, when you have the sort of expertise we have, we've got Trevor Moike too, Kim Muriwai. We'd like to work with the Māori Television Board and trying to work this out, because at the moment we can't afford Shane Jones telling us that the Māori TV Board is a waste of time. Shane needs to stick to the kaupapa, all right? Don't attack us, all right?
All right, go away, and well, congratulations, by the way.
Thanks very much.
Okay, back to you, Mitty.